want to ask you a question. And the question is, what stops you? What stops you from being all that you can be? What gets in the way? What excuses and justifications do you have for why you're not succeeding? Now, I'm guessing that these kind of come into a couple of different areas. They could be things about what's happening now, like you're so busy with the kids, you don't have time, you don't have money, you're too busy running your business, you're too busy in your day job, you don't have any space in your life, you need to lose a stone, you don't know enough yet, etc. So those are focusing on what currently is going on. You could also be looking at the past. I can't do it because I tried it before and I failed. I can't do it because when I was a child X happened. I can't do it because I'm a divorcee. I can't do it because I've had an addiction. I can't do it because in the evenings, I've eaten chocolate and then made myself sick, and what would people think? So we hang on to our story from the past. Or it could be things about the future that stop us. Like we can't see into the future. We don't know what's going to happen. The unknown is all out there because after this very current moment that we're in, we have no idea what's going to happen. Now, we think we can control it because we have our to-do lists and we have our schedules and we have our diaries. Anything can get in the way of all that. So sometimes we can think, well, there's no point starting because I knew somebody that tried and failed. Or I don't know all the answers, therefore I can't start. You'll never know all the answers, believe me. There aren't answers to a load of these questions. And in letting go of the controlling of having to know the answers is such a freeing thing. And I've spent a long time working through some of this stuff, and I've actually had to lose pretty much everything in my life to get to this point where I've let go of a lot of it. I wrote the other day, I had to lose everything to realise it was nothing, which was pretty profound, and not the realisation that a couple of years ago when I lost my car, my driving licence, my job, my career, had to sell my flat, etc. because of my addiction, I never thought that I would get insights like that. But I kind of knew that there was a purpose to it, but it was such a horrible experience. While I was in it, I couldn't see it. And I think that's the learning for today, is while we're in things, we often can't see it. We can't see the way out, or we can't see what to do, and we actually can't necessarily, even consciously, understand our blocks. And this is why working with somebody else can really help, because they're outside of your situation. So whether that's a mentor or a coach or a counsellor or an expert in any other way, they can look at your circumstances now and start to unpick it. Now, if you feel that everything's just a great big mishmash of overwhelm, then you really need to work with somebody just to get some clarity. So this is what I'm here for. This is what the Be Yourself, Free Yourself Midlife Reinvention Plan is for. It's to work step by step, a bit at a time, to help you to understand who you are and what you really want, to carve out that space, to make it important that you work out who you are, and that you get that person to do whatever it is that your calling is. And to do it in midlife is a perfect time when there's so much turmoil anyway. You might think that your own needs are the last ones that ever get addressed, and that's probably why everything is just so up in the air. So my first challenge to you is to really put your needs first, to start to carve out a bit of time. The only thing you need to do first is send me a message at claire@myimprovisedlife.com, or a message on Facebook, or if you know me anyway, you can send me a text, or just raise your hand and go, I just need some help with this. Because I don't want you to be stuck and overwhelmed anymore. I want to help you to get out of that. I want you to help you to see how amazing you are, and that a lot of the stuff that you fill your life with is just a block, but it's also a form of resisting your calling. Because if you make your life so busy that you can't look at yourself, then you don't have to live your purpose because you haven't got time to do it. So just be really careful that actually sometimes that's the truth. We make our lives so busy and so full specifically to avoid asking those questions. So please get in touch, because I can help you work through all this step by step, a moment at a time, because that's all that life is a series of moments. And instead of getting overwhelmed by the big picture, it's just the classic one step at a time. So please get in touch, or just take what you need to from this video and carve out some time to find out who you are and what it is you want. I wish you all the best. Bye bye.